Obsession is more than simply thinking about something often. It can happen when a person, situation, fear, or idea repeatedly captures your attention and becomes difficult to mentally step away from. You may replay conversations, constantly check for reassurance, search for answers, or feel unable to relax until you resolve the thought. Understanding what keeps the mind attached can help you recognize the pattern instead of automatically feeding it. Number 1. Uncertainty feels impossible to tolerate. The mind naturally wants clear answers, but uncertainty can become especially uncomfortable when you feel responsible for knowing exactly what will happen. You may repeatedly analyze possibilities, search for information, or mentally replay situations in an attempt to reach complete certainty. Unfortunately, more thinking does not always create more certainty. Sometimes it simply keeps the question active. Number 2, you attach strong emotional meaning to the subject. An obsession often becomes powerful because the subject represents something deeper. A relationship may represent security, a mistake may represent your worth, or a decision may feel connected to your entire future. When something feels emotionally significant, the mind treats it as urgent and keeps returning to it. Understanding the deeper meaning can help separate the actual issue from the emotional weight attached to it. Number 3. Reassurance gives you temporary relief. Checking, asking questions, researching, or seeking confirmation can briefly reduce anxiety. That relief feels rewarding, so your brain learns to repeat the behavior whenever uncertainty returns. The problem is that reassurance usually fades, creating another urge to check. Recognizing this cycle can help you tolerate uncertainty without immediately trying to eliminate it. Number 4. You are afraid of losing control. Obsession can become an attempt to control something that cannot be completely controlled. You may repeatedly plan, analyze, predict, or monitor because you believe that thinking hard enough will prevent a bad outcome. This creates mental exhaustion while giving the illusion that constant attention is necessary. Accepting that some outcomes cannot be controlled can gradually reduce the need to monitor everything. Number 5. Your mind has learned a repetitive pattern. Repeated thoughts become easier for the brain to access. A particular worry appears, you focus on it, and the attention strengthens the pathway that brings the same thought back later. Eventually, the thought may feel automatic. The goal isn't to force the thought to disappear, but to stop treating every return of the thought as a command that requires more analysis. Number 6. You use mental activity to avoid deeper feelings. Sometimes obsessive thinking keeps you focused on a problem while protecting you from another emotion underneath it. Instead of feeling grief, loneliness, insecurity, guilt, or disappointment, you may keep analyzing what happened. Thinking feels productive, but it can become a way of staying away from the emotional experience itself. Identifying the underlying feeling can interrupt that cycle. Number 7. The obsession has become part of your daily routine. When checking, analyzing, researching, or replaying thoughts happens repeatedly, it can become woven into everyday life. You may automatically reach for your phone, revisit the same conversation, or mentally review the same question whenever you feel uncomfortable. Breaking the pattern begins with creating space between the urge and the response. Not every thought requires investigation. Obsession can be strengthened by intolerance of uncertainty, emotional meaning, temporary reassurance, fear of losing control, repetitive mental patterns, avoidance of deeper feelings, and repeated daily routines. The goal isn't to control every thought that enters your mind. It's to stop giving every recurring thought unlimited attention and authority. When you can notice an obsessive thought without automatically feeding it, the mind gradually has more room for clarity, flexibility, and peace.